All right, everyone, welcome to yoga. Good morning. Thanks for joining me. We've got 60 minutes together. We're going to do a pretty balanced practice. We'll focus on lengthening out the low back, stretching out the hamstrings, but also getting a little shoulder action and hip opening as well. So pretty full rounded. All right, so we will get started in a hero's pose. Please do grab a block or two and place it underneath you so that your ankles or so that your heels are outside of your hips. It might be nice on your ankles if you have a block underneath you. Feel free to obviously take whatever you need and you can remove the block if you're not needing it today. Sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Again, inhaling deeply through the nose. And exhale fully. One more time like that. Big breath in. And a cleansing open mouth, exhale. Take a big breath in through your nose. And this time as you exhale, close the lips and do an audible ha with your lips closed. So you're doing your ujjayi breath here, constricting the back of your throat. It should sound like you're fogging up a mirror with your lips closed. Just building up a little heat from the inside out, preparing the body for movement, preparing your muscles. We'll take about 5 to 7 more rounds of breath here. Take this moment before we get moving into practice to settle into your mat, settle into your body, to feel grounded, connected to the earth below, the sky above. You might set an intention for your practice today. If nothing is coming to mind immediately, I'll offer up an intention of so hum, that I am statement. So I am strong, I am present, I am enough. Whatever that I am statement is, let's take one more big round of breath, seal it in, and exhale, let it wash over your body. Bring your palms to your shoulders. And as you inhale, take the elbows forward and up. And as we exhale, take them out and down. Let this be dramatic. Inhale, roll those elbows forward and up. And exhale out, down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, elbows forward, up. Exhale. Last time here. Inhale, roll them up. And as you exhale, bring your palms down to the mat. Inhale to take your arms all the way up overhead, lengthen out through your spine. And exhale to take them all the way back down. 2 more times like that. Inhale, arms up, reach up tall. And exhale. Inhale, reach up, lengthen out. And as we exhale, let's bring the arms all the way back down. We're going to grab our strap from here. Adjust your footing as you need, or your seat as you need. Maybe you add a block or remove a block at this point. We're going to take a strap around the right shoulder. You might find that you don't need the strap, but maybe we'll just start with it to start. Bring your right arm all the way up to the sky. Place your palm onto your back. We're going to take the left arm out to the side, thumb facing down. Bend the elbow and grab the strap from below with that left hand. Grab the strap with your right hand as well. So you're pulling the strap away You're pulling your arms away from one another. So pull down with the left hand, pull up with the right. See if you can inch your fingers towards each other a little bit more to create a little bit more stretch here. If your right elbow is splaying out, think about drawing it in, hugging everything in toward the midline of your body. If your fingertips can connect, go ahead and release the strap and connect your hands. A few rounds of breath here. One more big breath in, fill all the way up. And exhale, release the strap. Give your arms and shoulders a little shake out. Let's take it to the other side. So same thing on this side. Reach that left arm all the way up. Place the palm onto your back. Right hand comes all the way out to the side. Then we'll bend the elbow and grab wherever you reach. One side is probably going to be a lot tighter than the other. This side for me, my palms can't touch. The other side they can. It's totally normal. So just observe those little subtleties without any judgment. Same thing, if you can walk your fingers up towards the strap or connect your hands, go ahead and move in that direction. Hug everything in, big breath in. Cleansing breath out. One more time, inhale deeply. And exhale. Release your hands from the strap. You can ditch the strap off to the side for now. Let's shift forward. It's probably going to feel really good to pat out your feet. Go ahead and extend one leg at a time towards the back of the mat, rocking back and forward on your toes, lengthening out the calf. Maybe circle the ankles. And then we will meet in a tabletop position with our wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips, toes tucked or untucked here. We inhale to drop the belly, gaze up, arch your spine, cow pose. Exhale, round into your spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Inhale for cow, gaze up. And exhale, round, press the mat away, draw your navel up towards the sky. Do it 2 more times each side. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. And exhale. Returning to our neutral spine. Let's walk the hands about a half handprint in front. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. Take some time here to pedal out your feet. Maybe give your head a shake, yes and no. Really root into your fingers, spread the fingers wide, spread the toes. Let's take the feet as wide as the mat. Drop your right knee in towards the center as you send your left heel a little bit closer towards the mat. Maybe it touches. Gaze under your left armpit. It's a little gentle spinal twist here. Inhale, straighten the right leg. And then we'll take the other side, bend that left knee in towards the middle. Gaze under the right armpit. And go ahead and rebend or re-straighten the left leg. Bring your feet back to hip width distance. Gaze forward, 1 foot at a time, travel towards the top of your mat. We're gonna hang out in a forward fold here for a few breaths. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. You can sway left to right. Maybe you lift up the toes for a moment. Ooh, bend in those knees. Let your head be heavy. And slowly release the arms to the mat. Inhale to lift up halfway. Maybe slide your hands up your shins or let your fingertips rest on the earth. Then exhale, fold. Again, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. This time, root into your feet, rise up. We reach tall, reaching the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Then we swan dive to fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach tall. Let's cactus the arms, open up through the chest, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up tall. Let's cactus the arms again, open up. Inhale, reach up. Grab a hold of your right wrist. As we exhale, we fold to the left, bending into that right knee. Inhale, back to center. Grab the left wrist. Exhale, fold to the right. Inhale to center, release the left wrist, and exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, fold. From here, you can bring the block to the mat, place your left hand on the block, reach that right arm all the way up to the sky, circle the right wrist. If you find that you don't need the block, go ahead and remove it. And exhale, set the right hand down onto the block or mat, reach that left arm all the way up to the sky, circle the wrist. Then exhale, release left hand down. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank pose. Solidify your plank here. Strong arms, strong legs. 2 breaths in your plank. One more breath in. Shift forward and lower it all the way down to your belly. Inhale for low cobra, lifting up the heart slightly. Draw your elbows in towards your body. Tops of the feet plugged into the mat. Exhale, release. Take your hands wider than your mat here. Pop up onto your fingertips. Inhale, lift up for wide fingertip cobra. Drop the left shoulder in, gaze to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop right shoulder in, gazing to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, release. Bring your hands back in next to your rib cage or heart. We inhale this time through high cobra, lifting up. Maybe you lift up the hips and the thighs from the mat for your upward facing dog, if that's what you'd like. And we'll exhale to downward facing dog. A few rounds of breath here. That was a deconstructed sun salutation A. We're gonna move into a few more sun A's, a little bit more fluidly this time. Feel free to take whatever you need here. Anything I offer is just a suggestion. So if you're not feeling it, listen to your body, take what you need. Let's take one more big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. At the bottom of your exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step, walk, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale to lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach tall. Baby back bend, exhale, open up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back or jump back. Flow through your vinyasa, so high to low plank or taking it all the way to the belly again. Inhaling through your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. A few rounds of breath. One more breath in. At the bottom of your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach tall. Baby back bend, exhale. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back or jump back. Make sure you jump back with bent elbows if you do jump back to protect your shoulders. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Few rounds of breath, deep breath in. Exhale, how about lion's breath? Stick the tongue out, let it go. One more of those, big breath in. Lion's breath. From our down dog, let's bend the knees, let them hover about an inch over the mat. So a little bit of core work here. Nice strong arms, draw the navel in and up. 2 breaths, that's it. One more breath in. Set the knees down onto the mat. So we're gonna bring our knees wide, sit down onto our heels, and take a child's pose. Rest your forehead down to the mat. Shift your hips side to side, find your center. Really breathe into the back of your heart here. It might feel good to pop up onto the fingertips, creating a little bit more space, a little bit more stretching, maybe inching the fingertips forward. See if you can get really long through the torso. A few more breaths here. Again, notice what you notice in your body, those little subtle sensations. If you feel any tension or tightness, maybe in the hips this moment, really breathe into that area. All right, how about one more breath? And as we exhale, let's shift it forward. Let's come back to our tabletop position, draw the knees in, and then we'll come to a downward facing dog. From our down dog, inhale to float your right leg high, bend the knee, open the hip for a moment, circle the knee, maybe the ankle. We'll go ahead and re-straighten that right leg. As we exhale, we bring knee to nose, round it in like cat. Inhale, send it back. And as we exhale, we'll step that right foot in between the hands. If you need to help it up there, go for it. Take your time. We'll drop the left knee. We'll come into a low lunge, reaching the arms up, Anjaneyasana. From that low lunge, we grab a hold of left wrist. We exhale and fold to the right. Big breath in. See if you can fold a little bit deeper on your exhale. Inhale, come back to center, reach up. We'll shift the hips back. Maybe your hands come to blocks here for our half splits, our Hanumanasana. So take this as deep as you want to take it. We've got options. Drawing the right toes towards the shins regardless of where we are. But if you want to shimmy some more length into that front leg, maybe shift it forward a bit. Maybe get a little bit deeper. Only go as far as is comfortable. So as you inhale, think about softening through your spine. And exhale, fold a little bit further, nose towards the knee. As you practice this pose more, you might start to walk your hands or blocks towards your right foot. One more breath in. And as we exhale, let's bring the sole of the right foot back down to the mat. And blocks can come off to the side here. We're going to heel toe the right foot towards the right side of the mat. Take a big deep bend into the right knee, and we're going to take a little hip opening stretch here. So open up your right hip, your right knee to the right. You might come onto the outer edge of your right foot. Take a gaze over your right shoulder here. Nice little spinal twist. Just giving those internal organs a nice little massage. Option to stay where you're at or bend that left knee and reach back with your right arm and catch the left foot. If you've got your foot, maybe draw it in towards the tailbone just slightly. Just a few breaths here. One more breath in. If you've got your foot, slowly go ahead and release it back down to the mat. Gently heel toe that right foot back to center. We're going to plant the palms to frame right foot and step back to plank pose. Take your vinyasa. That might mean you have a one-legged chaturanga. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Big breath in. Cleansing breath out. Inhale to float left leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. In both directions. We circle the ankle. We'll go ahead and re-straighten that left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, round it in. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, step it through. We're dropping the right knee. And inhale, send your arms all the way up, Anjaneyasana. Get deep into the hips, spin your pinky fingers in, get long through your spine, big breath in. Grab a hold of right wrist, and we exhale to fold to the left. Big breath in. Fold a little bit further as you exhale. Inhale back to center, and then we shift our hips back, half splits. However deep you took it on the first side, match that depth on this side as well, as long as that feels okay in your body. Check in with your intention. So that I am statement. And silently repeat it to yourself in your head to let you guide you through your practice. As you exhale, deepen. One more breath in. Exhale, bring the sole of the left foot back down. We're going to heel toe the left foot out to the side. Bend deeply into that left knee. Turn your torso over towards the left. If you bent your right knee, or the opposite knee on the first side, go ahead and do it on this side. So go ahead and bend the right knee and catch the right foot with your left hand. One more breath in. If you have your foot, slowly release. And begin to heel toe that left foot back to center. Plant the palms. Take your vinyasa. Step back. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. As you inhale, float your right leg high. Exhale, step that right foot in between your hands. Spin your left heel down. Sweep your arms up and overhead for warrior two. So find your footing here. Adjust your feet as needed. You're in heel to heel or heel to arch alignment, depending on what feels better in your body. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Get that nice deep bend in the front knee. Oftentimes we find ourselves reaching forward and our torso is not necessarily straight up and down. So think about drawing those right fingertips back in space a bit so that your torso is in line with your hips. Your shoulders are in line with your hips. All right, so we're gazing over the front hand. We're gonna take side angle here. Right forearm to right thigh, left arm reaches overhead. We're gonna take this left arm in a big circular motion. Take up as much space as you can, reach as far as you can. Maybe let your head or your gaze follow your palm so your neck can have a little bit of rotation here along with your arm. We'll end with our left arm all the way back up to the sky. Maybe you have a different place that your arm wants to rest here. You can take it wherever you need to take it. You can also come into extended side angle. So bringing that right hand all the way down to either a block or the mat. Maybe you take a bind here, left hand comes behind the back. You can inch those fingertips in between your right rib cage and hip crease. Maybe you take your full bind, wrapping your right arm underneath your right leg, catching fingertips. Draw your left shoulder back in space if you have, regardless of where you are, essentially. Keep that nice opening. One more breath. If you're bound, go ahead, unwind. We'll come back to our side angle. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Reach that right arm all the way back. Feel that nice long stretch in the right side body. As we exhale, we bring our arms back to a T. Straighten the right leg. We'll turn the right toes forward or towards the long side of your mat. So all 10 toes are facing the long side, and we'll take the left toes to the back of the mat. So essentially you're back into your warrior two to the back of the mat. So deep bend in that left knee, gazing over the left shoulders. Coming into side angle here, left forearm to left thigh, right arm reaches overhead, big circular motions with this right arm. And again, let your gaze follow. Let it be big and fluid. You can switch directions. If you came into extended side angle on the first side, go ahead and take that now. Right arm can come wherever it goes. If you want to take your bind, go ahead, take your bind, half or full. And again, you might notice that this feels different. It's totally okay. Just observe. Again, draw that right shoulder back. Try not to collapse into this bind if you're in it. How about one more breath in? If you are bound, release your bind. Reach that right arm all the way back up to the sky. And as we inhale, we reverse warrior. And exhale, bring your arms back to a T. We turn the left toes forward, so all 10 toes are facing the long side of the mat. Take your hands behind your back. Root your knuckles down towards the earth, so you're interlacing your hands. Rooting down, think about opening up through the chest, a little back bend here, gaze up. And as we exhale, we fold forward. You've got your active arms away from your back here. Think about drawing your elbows towards one another. Draw the palms towards one another. And draw the crown of your head as far as you can towards the earth. Little micro bend in the knees is great here. One more breath in. And we release our arms all the way down to the mat. We're going to come into Skandasana. So we're going to bend the right knee. You might find that you just want to come down a little bit. That's okay. Take whatever you need. If you want to come into the full expression of the pose, drop the hips. The sole of your right foot ideally is on the mat. Mine doesn't necessarily do that right now. So I am going to keep the heel off of the mat. Your left toes can rest forward, or you can draw them towards your shin, whatever feels best. If you want some balance here, bring your palms together towards your heart. Keep your spine nice and straight. Option to take your bind if you want it. Draw your right arm in front of right leg. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Maybe you wrap that right arm around your right thigh. Left arm comes behind. 2 breaths. You should feel this in your left hamstring. If you're bound, unwind. Place the hands onto the mat, and we'll take it all the way to the opposite side. So straighten that right leg. Maybe take a moment to bend the knees one at a time. And then we'll come all the way down to the left knee. We'll bend the left knee. Take whatever you did on the first side. Nice straight spine if your hands are in prayer. Maybe you take your bind. If you're balancing, try to focus on one point in the room that's not moving to help you balance. One more collective breath in. If you're bound, unwind. Place the hands onto the mat. Re-straighten the left leg. Maybe bend the knees one at a time, just slightly. And we'll pivot and rotate back towards the front of the mat into our runner's lunge. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Shift forward so you're in your plank pose. Your toes can be together to touch, or they can be separate. We're going to send both of the heels over to the left, coming into a side plank, reaching the right arm all the way up to the sky. Lift up the hips. Maybe you drop that left knee, or maybe you float the right leg high. Wherever you are, breathe. 2 breaths here. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Set the right hand back down. And we'll take it on the other side. Heels come over to the right. Left arm reaches up. Mirror what you did on the first side on this side. See if you can lift up the hips a little higher wherever you are. 1 more breath in. Exhale, plank pose. Rinse it out. Take a vinyasa or go straight to downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, as you inhale, float your right leg high. Exhale, step that right foot in between the hands. Spin the left heel down. Rise up for your warrior 1. Think about squaring your hips to the front of your room. Then exhale, we bend the right knee, opening up through the chest, so cactusing your arms. And inhale, reach back up. We'll take it 1 more time. Exhale, bend deeply into that right knee. Keep the knees bent here. We're going to take our hands to our heart. Sorry, I lied. We're going to draw the arms all the way out to a T. So then we're going to wrap the right arm over the left. Give yourself a little hug. And then bring your arms to eagle. So palms together to touch. Think about drawing your elbows up towards your shoulders. From here, we're going to take a giant step forward, drawing the left knee into the chest. We're going to wrap that left leg around the right, coming into eagle legs. All right, so from here, you can stay where you're at, or if you want to harness a little bit of that chair pose, sitting back into your eagle, we can take an eagle crunch, drawing the elbows towards the knees. Again, find your drishti, find that one point that is not moving to help you balance. Hug everything in toward the midline of your body. If you are folded, we inhale to rise back up to our eagle. Draw the left knee into your chest. Keep your arms in your eagle arms. We're going to come into Eagle Warrior 3, extending that left foot all the way to the back of the room. See if you can stamp the sole of your foot into the wall behind you. Hug everything in, draw the toes towards the earth. One more breath in. We take a giant step back. Unwind the arms, reach up. So you're in a high crescent lunge here with the left heel lifted. One big breath in. Exhale, bring the palms to the earth. Take your vinyasa or take it straight to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. From our downward facing dog, walk your hands backward towards your feet. Once you make it back there, heel toe your feet together so that the big toes are touching and you have a little sliver of space in between your heels. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reaching your arms up and forward, shifting your hips back. 2 breaths, maybe you lift up the heels from the mat if you want a little bonus challenge here. 1 more breath in. Release the heels and fold it forward, Uttanasana. Heel toe your feet back to hip width distance, and then we walk back to our downward facing dog. Big breath in, cleansing breath out. We inhale to float the left leg high. Exhale, step that left foot in between your hands, spin your right heel down. Warrior 1, reach up. So again, get deep into that front knee. As we exhale, cactus arms, bend deeply into the front knee a little bit more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend. From here, take your arms out to a T. This time we wrap left arm over the right. Give yourself a little hug. And then bring your arms to eagle. Solidify your arms and your legs. And when you're ready, step that right foot forward, knee into the chest. Right leg wraps around the left. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you begin to fold, drawing the elbows towards the knees. Release your rows of teeth away from one another. Soften your facial muscles. If you're folded, slowly begin to rise back up. Draw the right knee into your chest as you inhale. As we exhale, Eagle Warrior 3. Again, hugging everything in. A little micro bend in that left knee. See if you can lift up the heel a little bit more. 1 more breath in. Giant step back with that right foot. Unwind the arms, high crescent lunge. Reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Take your vinyasa. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. At the bottom of your exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the top of your mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up tall. Exhale, bring hands to your heart. Big breath in. And a cleansing breath out. All right, so we're going to come into a balancing series here. We're gonna do tree to dancer. So come towards the top of your mat, wherever you are. Feet hip width distance. We're gonna start by shifting our weight into our right foot. That left sole of the foot can either come to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. Just avoid your knee joint. We'll bring hands to the heart. Draw that left hip back in space. If you're feeling rooted in all four corners of your right foot, maybe reach your arms up, grow your branches. Again, find your drishti. Feel like you're being simultaneously pulled up through the crown of the head while you're also rooting down into the earth. One more breath here. Let's bring the hands back to the heart. We draw the left knee into the chest. And then we're going to take our left hand out to the side. Bend your knee a little bit more so you begin to catch the inside of your left foot. Your right arm reaches forward and up as you press your left foot into your hand. See if you can lift that foot up a little higher. Once you feel like you're as high as you can go, maybe you stay lifted or you begin to hinge forward, reaching your arms towards the front wall. Hug everything in. One more big breath in. Slowly release hand from foot, come back, reach up tall. Exhale, fold it forward. Let's take a Pada Hastasana. Take the hands underneath the feet. Walk your toes towards your wrist, maybe give your wrist a little massage. Let your head be heavy. And just notice how the left side of your body feels. Maybe it feels a little bit longer, maybe a little looser, softer. Breathe. All right, let's slowly, carefully take the hands out from underneath the feet. And then we'll rise all the way back up to standing. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Big breath in. Cleansing breath out. All right, release your arms by your sides. Let's take it on the other side. Shift your weight into your left foot. Right sole of the foot comes wherever it goes. We've been working out our shoulders a lot, so if you want to take Anjali Mudra to the back, or like reverse Namaste, you can go for that. Maybe hold opposite elbows. Lots of options. Or you can get tall. Big belly breaths. Maybe that Ujjayi breath. One more breath in. Leave the legs where they are. Just bring your hands back to your heart. And let's bring the right knee into the chest. Our right arm out to the side. And then begin to bend that right knee a little bit further. Hand to foot. Reaching left arm forward. Pressing that foot into the hand. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Again, hugging everything in. Can you get a little bit taller? One more breath. And exhale, slowly release hand from foot. Reach both arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold it forward. This time we're going to take a Malasana. So heel toe your feet out towards the right or the either corner of your mat or either side of your mat. Heels facing in, toes facing out, and then we'll drop the hips. You can always bring a block underneath you if you'd like a little more support. Hands can come to the heart. You can bring the back of your hands together for a nice wrist stretch. Think about rooting your outer arms into your inner thighs into your outer arms. Nice tall spine. A few breaths here. One more breath in. And exhale. But place your hands down on the mat, pop up your hips, walk back to downward facing dog. From down dog, shift forward to your plank pose, hold for 2 breaths. Solidify. Strong core, one more breath in. And as we exhale, we bring it all the way back down to the belly. Arms by your sides this time for locust pose. So as we inhale, we lift up the chest, lift up the toes. Maybe you come with your hands interlaced behind you, so you're drawing those shoulder blades together. Can you get a little bit higher? Keep your neck nice and long. Gaze like 6 inches in front of you. One more breath. Exhale, release. Right cheek to the mat. You can shift your hips side to side to release the low back out. All right, we're gonna come into another belly down back bend. You can do what we just did, any traditional locust. If you'd like to come into floor bow, go ahead and bend both of your knees, grab for outer edges of your ankles or feet, and then we inhale to lift up. So really press the feet into the hands. See if you can lift up the knees off of the mat, the hips off of the mat. Not the hips, that's not gonna happen. Just the knees and the thighs off of the mat. Maybe incorporate some rocking motions forward and back. One more breath in. Exhale, release everything down. Left cheek to the mat this time. Nice job. All right, so we are going to bring our right arm all the way out to the side into a T. Left hand comes underneath your left shoulder. We're gonna roll over that right shoulder into Lapasana. So it's a nice shoulder stretch and torso twist, spinal twist. If it feels uncomfortable in your head, you can always place a block underneath your head. Lots of options here. Think about placing the entirety of your right palm onto the mat. Spread your fingers wide, and then if you want a little bit more, inch your fingertips up towards your head, so towards the top of your mat. You can also have a little bit less, bringing the hand a little bit closer towards your back. Maybe you extend that left leg all the way up to the sky. You might catch your big toe. You can reach that left arm around your back, behind you. Wherever you are, don't forget to breathe fully. One more breath in. And slowly unwind, make it back to your belly. And then we will take it on the other side. Left arm reaches out to the side, right hand underneath right shoulder. Roll over that left shoulder. Maybe try what you did on the first side. Keep it even in your body. Two more breaths here. One more breath in. And exhale, return to the stomach. Let's place the hand underneath the tabletop, actually. No more planks today. We're going to come into, actually let's spin the heel, let's spin the legs around and come into the seat. So we're going to move into Vinyasa. So take the flesh from underneath your hips, get your sit bones right onto the mat.
Hey Margot, something happened with your speaker. Hey Margo.
Otherwise, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, scoop low belly in as you fold over the legs, grabbing wherever you reach, outer edges of ankles, feet. One more breath in. One more out. All right, we're going to stack the right, sort of like a figure four, so stack your right ankle on top of your left thigh, and then go ahead and bend that left knee.
Hey Margo.
So that the sole of your left foot is on the mat. You can walk your hips
Hey Margo.
over closer towards your and then maybe you begin to rock side to side. Just notice how your outer right hip feels. Allow your exhales to be a release here. So big breath in, softening. All right, from here, we're going to bend the left knee, bring the left leg to the mat. Foot, maybe place a block there if that feels more comfortable. Otherwise, you can interlace your fingers between your toes for a nice toe stretch. Inhale, lengthen out through your spine. And exhale, find a fold, any amount. One more breath in. One more out. Inhale, lift up. Release fingers from toes. Slowly unwind legs. Maybe give your legs a little shake. And then we'll take the opposite side. So we'll bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Bring the right sole of the foot to the mat. Get closer to the foot, farther away. Maybe find some movement here, maybe stillness, whatever you need. And then we're slowly going to bend the right knee, coming into our fire log pose. So readjust your hips as you need to. Right leg on top of left. You can interlace fingers between toes again, or you can walk your hands forward. Where you are, big breath in and fold. Softening as you inhale. Holding deeper as you exhale. 2 more breaths. more breath in. One more out. Inhale, rise up. Unwind. Gently. And then we will come all the way down to our back. So make sure you've got room behind you. We're going to take a bridge pose, whatever bridge feels best right now for you. Walk your feet in towards your glutes. Make sure they're about hip width distance. We'll press our feet into the mat to inhale, lifting up. Maybe you interlace your hands underneath you. Maybe you lift up both heels. Wherever you are, draw your chin away from your chest, chin to the sky. Can you lift up your hips a little higher? One more breath in. Exhale, slowly bring everything back down. Unwind. And then let's bring our arms all the way out to a T. Your feet are as wide as your mat. Then we're going to drop both of our knees over to the left side. You might stack your left ankle on top of your right thigh. You may gaze over your right shoulder. And just feel your belly rise and fall with each breath. And slowly go ahead, unhook your foot from thigh, draw your knees back to center, and then over to the right side. Stacking ankle on top of thigh. And go ahead and slowly unhook foot. Draw the knees back into center and into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze, and maybe come into happy baby, grabbing for your outer edges of ankles or feet. Find some movement here, maybe shift left to right, massage your spine. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. Maybe bring the soles of the feet together to touch. We're going to come into our final resting pose from here. Release your feet down to the mat. Extend your legs out long. Relax your shoulders. Relax your elbows. Relax your wrists. Let your feet flop open. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Shavasana. You can, of course, feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you please. If you feel ready to awaken your body, your mind, bring some little sensations into your toes and your fingertips, giving them little wiggles. Allow your head to gently rock side to side. And it might feel good to take a big, deep, full body stretch overhead, like you're waking up first thing in the morning. And then gently make your way over to your right side using your arm as a pillow. Just take a moment to thank yourself for all of the hard work that you put into your practice today and the dedication to your practice that brought you to your mat. And when you're ready, feel like you gently press up to a comfortable seat. And you can bring your hands to your heart. Sit up nice and tall. I like to close our practice by chanting the sound of Om. If you'd like to join in, take a big breath in through your nose. Om. Bow to yourself, sealing in your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. And draw your thumbs to third eye center. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. From my heart to yours. Namaste.